Hi Leo, welcome to your December 2017 overview reading. Let's see. So I messed up my intro last time, so I already laid this out. But I just want to give a huge thank you to every single one of you who subscribes, likes, shares my videos, and an even bigger thank you to those of you who work with me one-on-one. You guys are what make this channel possible, and I am totally in a state of gratitude for each and every one of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I'm starting out with an angel card. Let's see what's coming through in December for Leo. All right. You're flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend because others will soon become inspired by your example. Okay, so this is all about, you know, things going really well. So the key thing here is if you experience any upper limit problems, really being open to the idea of breaking through those, because we do put in ceilings for ourselves that make it challenging to get to the next level. And so this is just an affirmation to keep going, keep working through things, keep, you know, hustling the way you have been. And then there's also rejuvenation. Rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit with a fresh and renewed approach to life. So this isn't just about your attitude, but it's also about the way in which you take care of your body. Make sure that you are taking really good care of yourself throughout December, especially if this has something to do with work in any capacity, then you want to make sure that your body is well cared for. Okay, and then for the timeline, I asked you guys last month what you wanted, and I got a total mixed bag. You know, some people love the timeline, some people hate the timeline. So what I'm doing now, I'm doing it differently. It's not going to be like a romance or environmental timeline. It's going to read more as advice. So what's going on with your growth period, the advice for you, that's kind of how they're going to read instead. So there's no expectation on what's going on. And sorry, my voice, I've been filming forever, so if it's a little bit gravelly, I apologize. But let's see what's coming up at the core of this spread for December. Judgment. So this looks like a new beginning, a new start to something, like you really have to walk through that door of whatever it is that you've been working through. So this is also about finding revelation within yourself and clarity about what you want moving forward. The crossing card is the Queen of Chalices. So this could have something to do with a, you know, a water sign, female, easily. This doesn't look bad, actually. I kind of want to clarify the Queen of Chalices. What's going on there? For Leo, what's going on with the crossing card? Okay, Two of Coins. So it could be something to do with work, someone who's in your place of employment, or a decision regarding the Queen of Chalices in some capacity. We'll see what other context comes up, but it's just about making a decision with her. It actually looks a little bit collaborative, like problem solving, working things out. So what we have shifting out of your space is Eight of Chalices. So it looks like you're finally, like things were really chaotic, and you're finally able to see through that onto the other side. So it looks like things are calming down. And then as you move forward, it looks like you're finally able to make decisions and reprioritize what exactly you are. What are you doing? Where are you going? What do you want to make happen next? Because it looks like this definitely is ringing as work coming up. So the oncoming energy, Ace of Chalices. So this is like a new romantic beginning, like a romantic offer, a romantic progression. It's interesting. It could also be like if you're done with work and you have, if you're interested in someone who's a water sign or who has significant water placements or exhibits a lot of, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces characteristics, it could be working things out to move forward with that person romantically. That's also a possibility here. But this looks like a fresh emotional beginning. So it looks like you're clearing up a lot of space and making space for more romance and fulfillment emotionally. What your goal is for the month of December: Six of Pentacles. So this is reciprocation. You're really hoping for equal give and take within your relationships and really establishing that. So it looks like, if you're getting the short end of the stick when it comes to your relationships, it's about finding equilibrium around, okay, how can I receive? How can I get more out of this relationship, and how can I ask for that? Now, if you're on the opposite, where you feel like you haven't had very much to give, it looks like you're actually more available for that moving forward, or that's really what you're striving for. So I don't see this being an issue, but I might clarify that in a minute. And in the subconscious, we have Four of Pentacles. So this looks like it's just being a little bit more reserved, not as eager to just get things started and get things going. You kind of want to be more conservative with your energy. And it just looks like, because you're coming out of this really chaotic period, it doesn't look like anything more than fatigue that's sitting in your subconscious. So it's just making you withdraw a little bit more than usual. So if you find yourself not being as prone to socializing, just understand that you're probably going to need to rest. Let's see what's coming up in the advice position. Nine of Wands. Keep moving forward. This is kind of on the brink of burnout with the Nine of Wands. Even though it's a good card, it's forward movement. I'm going to go ahead and clarify it to see. Give me a little more info on the advice for Leo. The Moon. So what this is you might not be 100% clear on what you want next. So that's why we have the Two of Pentacles and Judgment sitting in the center, because in regards to that, you really do have to kind of come into alignment with yourself, and that is a process and takes some time, especially if you're coming from a place of fatigue, burnout, lots of work. It's just going to be one of those things that you kind of have to push forward through, even if you don't have clarity in the immediate, in present time. The external environment, we have Six of Chalices. So this is you taking care of yourself. This is also the soulmate card. So it's like, is there a soulmate sitting in your space? Because this looks like there very well could be. So it's reading as one of two things. A soulmate, or this is you have more time and space to take care of yourself. So that's kind of the way in this deck it's reading. I'm gonna see what else is going on here before I speak more to this. So then we have Hopes and Fears, Knight of Swords. So it actually looks like your fear is coming from, am I going to have to tackle this chaos again? It just looks like there's fear around having to constantly put out fires. And so it doesn't look like that's real. It just looks like, it would be kind of crappy if that were to happen again so soon. So you're just a little bit gun shy when it comes to work or like getting things done. It looks really processy. Okay, in the outcome of December, we have Ten of Swords. So this is reading as overwhelm. Again, I'm going to clarify that because the Ten of Swords tends to scare people. I don't think the Ten of Swords is scary personally, but let's see. Clarify, what is the context of this Ten of Swords? The world. Yep, you have way too much going on. So this is confirmation that it's like you might need to put something on the back burner, take a breather, you know, make some room for yourself. It just looks like you really want it all. You want to do it all. You want to accomplish it all. And, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, certain things will, certain things have to go. Like sometimes you just need to not commit to so much. That's what this looks like, is just you part of you is creating this chaos in an effort to just fill your life. And it may not be the most effective or fulfilling because it's causing this need for, it's causing this burnout. I want to get a little bit more context on the Six of Chalices as well. So I'm going to pull one more clarifier for you. Clarify, Six of Chalices, Ace of Cups. Yep, this is a soulmate. Because we have two Ace of Cups now. So this is, you know, prioritize that for sure, is what I would say. Because this person, if you just like put it on the back burner, put it on the back burner, put it on the back burner, this person could leave. The other stuff is permanent, it looks like. You can deal with the work stuff. You can deal with everything like that. But this looks like something that you are interested in making space for, because that's what you have coming in here. And it looks like you're actually making a decision around that, on how can I incorporate this aspect into my life, even though it is really full. So this is... it looks like you really do want this to progress. Or this is also, if you are like, nope, I do not want to date at all, that is not something that I'm interested, you're absolutely wrong. If that's the case, this is like emotional refreshing and rejuvenation, right? So this is all about you kind of having that fresh beginning within yourself, finding that clarity within yourself, finding space for self-care and taking care of, again, your body, your emotional health. All of that stuff is going to be coming to the forefront. Otherwise, this is partnership stuff coming up. Okay, so now I'm going to get into the timeline, and the thing here is these are advice cards. So I'm going to start with the first quarter, you know, week, quarter. It's going to be fluid, but here's the advice or the growth period. We have birth. So again, something new, something fresh. Is it a relationship? Is it a new job? Is it a new project? This is just the beginning of something new, and the context of that, Page of Coins. So this looks like doing something different at work, or something professional. It looks like it's a something tangible you're starting up. Or this could have to do with a hobby as well, but the important piece is that it looks like it's something physical, because we have the Page of Coins. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. Okay, so the second quarter growth period, we have expectations. So what I'm getting from this is that you have really intense expectations of being able to do it all without burning out. It's kind of one of those things that where I can already see you guys watching this video and being like, yeah, right, I can totally make room for everything. And then you have this expectation and it kind of comes back to bite you, you know. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the Fool. So it is one of those things where it's kind of foolish. Like I'm getting it's not just about a new beginning. It's about this is foolish of you to think. So it's, I mean, sure, go ahead. Yeah, do it all. But, you know, don't be surprised when the Ten of Swords appears and you end up being forced to take something off of your plate. So just keep that in mind. It's better to strategize and prioritize ahead of time on what exactly are the things that you would like to build and that you would like to call into your space, and just really give those the attention that they need, rather than saying, I'm gonna do every single hobby and do every single job and take care of every single person in my life. You really need to dial that down, especially if you have a tendency to slip into caretaker or codependency. It's also one of those things that it might be wise for you to take back some of that energy for yourself and start applying that to things that you would like to improve, rather than problem solving for other people. Third quarter growth period, throat chakra, communication, really speaking your truth, honoring the things that you need to communicate to other people, not holding back. Six of Wands, so this is victory. If you ask for what you want, you will get it. Let me say that again if you didn't hear me. If you ask for what you want, you will get it. So it may not be in the timing that you want. It may not get to you in the way that you're expecting, right? Because we have to watch out for those expectations. But if you are affirming the things that you do want, it will happen. So make sure you're using that to your advantage, especially, you know, coming from the, you know, your self-concept is sitting in your heart, and you're able to communicate through the throat chakra exactly what feeds your soul. That is why we have voices. That's why we have the ability to communicate and speak. So make sure that you're doing that, and you know, it looks good. It looks overall, it looks good. Ask for what you need. And the fourth quarter growth period is feeling informed. This has come up quite a bit for several of the signs. I'm going to clarify this first before I speak to it. The star. Okay, we have another soulmate card showing up. So this looks definitely like relationship stuff. So if what this looks like is, we all have busy lives, right? We're all busy all the time. We can all do 1,000,001 things. But with this here, what it looks like is, if you are wanting to build a relationship with somebody or find that soulmate, call in that partnership experience that you're looking for, then it's about communicating that, and also asking for the time to build with that person, asking for time to get to know that person, or asking for time to take care of yourself. You want to ask for it, and then it will, you know, if you just put it out there like, I want time to date blank, or I want time to get to know so-and-so, it will transform into present time. So make sure that you are, that you're paying attention to that as you go through the month. Ask for what you need. Okay, and I have a couple 3-card picks. As usual, it would not be it would not be one of my videos without 3-card picks. So if you have a specific question, you can go ahead and ask. Otherwise, you know, you can just pick a couple cards and, you know, they can be advice for you, whatever you want. This is your reading, right? So you do what you want with the information. Okay, card number 1, the World. And again, this is interesting because we had the World up here. And so this is kind of like, yes, you know, you can do it all, just not all at once. So this looks like, do you see how he has this rabbit like in a bubble? What it looks like is just figuring out, you know, what are the realistic things that you can do in the short term, and just focusing on those rather than, you know, trying to accomplish it all. This also looks like a reiteration of prioritization. Card number 2, Two of Wands, making a decision, looking at the big picture. See, that's a little earth, if you can see that. So looking at the big picture, but understanding that you, in the present moment, have to make decisions that are in alignment with you, that also contribute to the bigger goal or the bigger picture. Card number 3, we have the Hierophant. So this is you really going by the book, really focusing in on what you need to do. And this is like you being really strict with yourself or with this situation. This is also, if you asked for an advice card, then my intuitive hit is look to the rule book for insight and advice. If you're dealing with a situation, look to law, look to the employee handbook, look to people who have a really strong understanding of the rules and structures that are in place, and you're going to learn a lot from that. You know, and this is also, the other piece is education. So if you're unsure, then educate yourself. And that's going to be, you know, the medicine for that. Okay, card number 1 for the second deck, we have Ten of Swords. Again, it's like something's got to go. In this spread particularly, usually Ten of Swords is like destruction or backstabbing. I am not getting that at all. This is about overwhelm. Specifically, this is you having to incorporate the Ten of Swords for your own well-being, for the sake of your mental health and your physical health, really toning this stuff down and taking things off your plate voluntarily. Card number 2, we have Nine of Pentacles. And so this is you really gathering up your energy, coming from a state of abundance, and using that to your advantage. So make sure that you are really focusing on the things that you do have physically, and just taking the time to, you know, really sink into that state of abundance so that you can share that with other people as well. Okay, card number 3, we have Judgment. Again, making a decision. This also looks like a union in this deck, if you can see. Like they're joining together, and this is sitting right on top of the Ace of Chalices and Ace of Cups. Same thing, but this looks like, you know, there's a really good chance of moving forward with partnership, finding someone to date, you know, recommitting to a partner, figuring things out. This is a really great omen for problem solving and moving forward in relationships. So this is a beautiful thing to see here. That is all I have for the reading this month, but I want to let everyone know that if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, or if you are interested in getting a single question reading, all of the info is in the description box below. All of the cards I used are in the description box below. If you're interested in getting your 2018 love and romance reading, those are only going to be coming out in my newsletter. So if you're interested in getting that, make sure you sign up for my newsletter and that you include your birthday. That's the only thing that is really vital for the 2018 love and romance reading. So make sure you sign up for that. Make sure you follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And thank you so much, Leo. I will see you next time.